Thoroughbred Action is presented by Hardacre Farm.
Hello again, everyone. We are off and running on this Sunday edition of Thoroughbred Action from Gulfstream Park. Hope you're tied on. 11 races to get to tonight. And, of course, before we go any further, wishing all the moms out there a happy Mother's Day. Big crowd on hand today at Gulfstream Park. We were fast and firm, and you know what? Let's send it up to the man for track conditions, weather, and everything else that's good. The one and only Pete Aiello is up next.
Sunday card begins with a cloudy sky. We had a chance of rain, but the rain stayed away. Main track fast, the turf course firm. First of 11 today over the main track at 6 furlongs. Claimers in for a price tag of $6,250. The heavy favorite was number 2, Dancing Noel. Racing at Gulfstream. Step slow to begin was White Moon. For the lead, it's Star Miley and Dancing Noel, who have an early tussle, but Dancing Noel has the best first gear, and she moves to a length advantage over Star Miley's second. Ella Priscelli is down inside third, ahead of Fame Galore, 3 wide while fourth. These top 4 separated by only a length and a quarter, 5 ahead of Miss Stalwart and White Moon. They head past the half-mile point. The leader is the class-dropping Dancing Noel by a neck. On the outside, here's Fame Galore to issue the challenge in second. In between horses, Star Miley is third. Back to fourth is Tale of Priscelli. She's dropped better than 4 lengths off the lead, and she's well clear of the 2 at the back, Miss Stalwart and White Moon. 5/16 away. On the outside, Fame Galore travels pretty well. A whip is out on Dancing Noel, trying to counterpunch, and she does. 3 back to Star Miley, who's now third. Well clear of Tale of Priscelli fourth, with a quarter of a mile left to go. 46-1 for the opening half mile, and they're at the top of the stretch. Dancing Noel fully extended to try to hold her advantage. On the outside in Fame Galore, Star Miley not going away. She's coming back again on the outside. Final eighth of a mile. The leader is Dancing Noel. She's making hard work of it, but she's in front. Star Miley takes a late surge on the outside. Dancing Noel, as the 2-5 favorite, gets the job done. It's going to be Star Miley second, close for third, Fame Galore, or an on-rushing Miss Stalwart in 1:13.2. Number 2, Dancing Noel, had to work awfully hard to get the money as the odds-on favorite, but get the money she did in the concluding stages of today's first race. Misael Jaramillo with the aggressive ride for trainer Armando de la Cerda, and Midwest Thoroughbreds, who also bred the daughter of Maltese Dog right here in Florida. The de la Cerda shed row on a tear this week. To the second race now, on the start of the early pick 4 on the turf at about 7.5 furlongs. Claimers in for $12,500. Field of 10. Favorite was the 6, Tapa Liat. And they're off. From the center, Hold That Kitten was away well. Don't Talk Back has speed. Freudy from the fence is moving to challenge. Up on the far outside, Our Run to Perfection. Even Balsiata away in the top flight. Settling in mid-flight is Night Storm. Then Tapalief, the favorite, is racing second last as Be Sure Lisa saves ground at the back of the pack. Separated by 6 lengths as they round the first turn. Hold That Kitten has the lead for Marcos Meneses, a half a length better than Don't Talk Back second. Freudy is third. Balsiata is fourth, followed by Our Run to Perfection. Susu's Kitten is next at the fence. In the 2 path goes Doin' the Watusi. Out 3 wide, Night Storm ahead of Be Sure Lisa. And if you're looking for the favorite, Tapalief, you'll find her last of the 10. She's about 8 lengths off the lead behind an opening quarter in 23-2. The race to the half-mile point, and Hold That Kitten has the lead. She's been dogged outside by Don't Talk Back. They're a length better than Balsiata, who's had a sweet setup. Freudy is at the fence. Then it's a length and a half back to Doin' the Watusi, who approves around Susu's Kitten. Tapalief begins to come alive. She's drawn within 5 lengths of the lead. Be Sure Lisa between horses ahead of Our Run to Perfection. Night Storm is now last as they run past the quarter-mile mark. Hold That Kitten under siege. 3 wide, Balsiata from between horses. Don't Talk Back. Freudy looks for room at the rail. Tapalief circles wide on the course, and they're at the top of the stretch. Here comes Tapalief under Edgard Zayas, striding to the advantage. From the outside, and Susu's Kitten getting on track late. Back at the inside, and Don't Talk Back. But it's a last to first win as Tapalief is clear to the wire. Tapalief wins by 2. Second was Susu's Kitten, and Be Sure Lisa got up for third at 40-1. Time for the race, 128-1. Had to have at least some worry if you were on the favorite in today's second race, as she was last of all down the backstretch run. But Edgard Zayas thread his way through traffic and kicked her into another gear. And the daughter of Patio Prado delivers the money to complete the chalky early daily double. Jose Pinchin trained the daughter of Patio Prado for Blue Devil Racing. And again, Edgard Zayas on board for the winning ride.
Welcome to my playground. To my playground.
Back now for the third race of the afternoon, 1 mile over the turf. Claimers in for a price tag of $10,000. Scratch the 11 Luminary Flight, a field of 10. The off-time favorite was number 7, Gregory's Son.
And they're off. Darn That Parker was away well from an outside gate. Being sent in the center is Moonstricking to challenge for the top. Gregory's Son is looking for good early position. He'll get it, too. He's now dropped over to the rail to race third behind the top two. Moving at the rail, that's DeMaestro to take over fourth. Out wide is Changing Leads. Then from between horses on cruise control, mid-flight, and 6 lengths off the pace setter, Whiskey Train on his outside. Then it's a length back to the team of Mr. Sultana and Porter Street, and the early trailer is Grand Chief. Into the backstretch they go after completing a quarter in 23 and 4. Up the backstretch they run with Moonstricking in front to half a length. In the two-path, Darn That Parker is second. Here's Whiskey Train on a mid-race move for Camacho. That'll force the hand of Jonathan Gonzalez on Changing Lead, so he'll have to quicken to keep his spot. Meanwhile, Gregory's Son watching this action unfold from an inside position about 3 lengths behind. In the two-path and starting to move up a touch is on cruise control. Moving out the rail, DeMaestro, Mr. Sultana widest of all. Then back to Porter Street and Grand Chief as they round the far turn. They've overhauled Moonstricking. The leader now is Darn That Parker. Whiskey Train on the outside is second. Back to third, Changing Leads. From the outside on cruise control gets started. Gregory's Son will have to do better than that. DeMaestro is between horses. And then Porter Street running home from the back. He's the gray on the far outside. 3/4, 110 and 3 in the wrap at top of the stretch. It's Darn That Parker who wheels for home on top. Gregory's Son trying to secure inside position down the outside Porter Street. From between horses, it's a late run from on cruise control. Here's Porter Street getting to the leader, Gregory's Son. Gregory's Son almost home. Porter Street on the outside. Porter Street is in time. Gregory's Son second. Darn That Parker was third, then on cruise control.
Number 7, Gregory's Son, has fired 2 good races on the turf, but he's been run down in the deep stretch on both occasions. Today it was Porter Street who did the beating under jockey Oscar Ujoa for trainer Eddie Broom and owners Richard Maloof and Eddie Broom. 7, Gregory's Son was second ahead of the 9, Darn That Parker, who ran third. Move now to the fourth race of the afternoon. These were 2-year-old fillies sprinting 4.5 furlongs. First finish line race, scratch number 3, Sweet, Sweet, Sweet. Field of 5, the favorite was the 5, Make a Little Mischief.
And they're off. Toward the inside, that's Capture Your Dream, who fires to the top. Our Prerogative comes away racing in second. These two have opened 2.5 on Make a Little Mischief in third, ahead of Dirt and Diamonds, and no debut speed from Miss Unbridled Cat, who's last of all as they fly around the far turn. Luca Panici and Capture Your Dream have the lead. Our Prerogative trying to stay close. These two are dominating. They've opened 7 on Make a Little Mischief, whose back is against the wall at the 3-furlong point. It's a gap of another 4 to Dirt and Diamonds. Trailing is Miss Unbridled Cat, and leading is Capture Your Dream. Capture Your Dream has put away Our Prerogative. Running home a bit now is Make a Little Mischief. She has better than 9 lengths to make up. 4 clear of Dirt and Diamonds, and they're at the top of the stretch. It's the daughter of Uncaptured, Capture Your Dream, who has opened a big lead now. Look at this debut run. Capture Your Dream. Dreams captured easily here as Kathy Macheski and Anna Varsi have a nice one on their hands. Capture Your Dream all alone. Up for second was Make a Little Mischief. Dirt and Diamonds did some running for third. Then Miss Unbridled Cat and Our Prerogative.
Could be an exciting summer for trainer Anna Varsi and owner Kathy Macheski as their daughter of Uncaptured, Capture Your Dream, turns a lot of heads with a very impressive performance in the career unveiling. Best of all, she's Florida Sire Stakes eligible. She'll be one to reckon with in that series as she draws off for an easy score under Luca Panici, again for trainer Anna Varsi and owner and breeder Kathy Macheski. We move now to the 5th race of the day on the turf at 1 mile, an allowance optional claiming event. Scratch number 7, Aaliyah's Story, a field of 9. Favorites included number 4, Fashionably Wild, and number 5, Barika.
And they're off. From the center, Fashionably Wild gets the first call. On the far outside, Game Girl has speed. And from between that pair, here's Juanice Dory dropping over to save some ground. Silver Threads is at the rail. Moving in the 2-path is the Gray Money Factor. She's about 4 lengths off the lead. On the outside of her is Beechwood, and Ponte Scheme saves ground toward the rail. Starship Tribbles is second last, and Barika is last of all as they chase the speed of Fashionably Wild. It's Fashionably Wild and jockey Edgard Zayas through an opening quarter mile in 23 and 4. They lead the way by a length and a half. On the outside, Game Girl is second. Juanice Dory is tucked in third. Silver Threads is now moved to the 3-path to move forward. 4 wide and Money Factor. In between horses, that's Ponte Scheme, 2.5 lengths back to an improving Barika. She's 3 wide. Beechwood's in the 2-path, and Starship Tribbles is last of all with less than half a mile to run. 47-1 for the opening half mile. They leave the backstretch and move on to the far turn. Fashionably Wild does it well at this point. She leads the way a length and a quarter. Game Girl second. Juanice Dory also travels very well. She's at the inside looking for racing room. Out 3 wide and on the attack is Ponte Scheme. Starship Tribbles begins to motor from last. She'll be angled 4 wide for an opportunity with a quarter of a mile left to go. 3/4, 110 flat in the wrap, the top of the stretch. Fashionably Wild now set down for the drive to try to maintain the lead. Juanice Dory ducks to the inside and on the outside Ponte Scheme. In between horses, Game Girl. Fashionably Wild's almost there. Ponte Scheme takes a run at her on the outside. These two, it's going to be tight. It's going to be too close to call. Maybe outside. Ponte Scheme photos with Fashionably Wild in 1:33-3.
Tight finish in today's 5th race with number 3, Ponte Scheme, getting the better end of the photo, getting the victory as well under Nick Juarez, trainer Christophe Clément, and Castleton Lions, who also bred the daughter of Gio Ponte in Kentucky. 4, Fashionably Wild, fired a big try but had to settle for second, ahead of the 9, Juanice Dory, who ran third. Time for a commercial timeout. When we come back, we'll bring you maiden claimers and start the Rainbow Six. More than 100,000 up for grabs right after this.
Go Zepper is pulling away. Go Zepper blows them away with an eye-opening performance. Zepper again has won. Go Zepper kicking clear. Julie the Beauty.
Back now for race number 6 on the program. Maiden claimers in for a price tag of $16,000. It was the leadoff leg of today's Rainbow Six. Scratch number 3, Currency Chrome. All eyes on number 8, Darwish, as the odds-on favorite.
And they're off. Step slow to begin was More Illusions. Great start for Wizard Jack, who's heading off for the yearly lead. Darwish moves up on the outside to take second. The comebacker, Mr. Morningstar, is out of there third. Gap of 3 to debut runner Wall of Stone. To the inside of him is Proud Venezuelan, then More Illusions. And out the back door early is the first-timer Loose Note. Speaking of loose up front, Wizard Jack to the half-mile point, leads it by 3. Darwish clicks down to 1-5 and has the leader in his crosshairs. A gap of another 4 lengths to Mr. Morningstar, well clear of More Illusions. Then Wall of Stone, Proud Venezuelan, and Loose Note. Less than 3/8 of a mile away. Wizard Jack sees it slipping away as Darwish looms up alongside. Jaramillo still has his hands unmoved as Darwish moves to a clear advantage. Wizard Jack is back to second, 4 lengths back to Mr. Morningstar. More Illusions going to try to play catch up after that subpar getaway through an opening half mile in 46 seconds flat, 3/16 to go. 1-5 favorite. Darwish the leader, leads it by 4. More Illusions green, trying to take up the slack second. Then Mr. Morningstar and Wizard Jack, but through the final 16th, it's Darwish still well clear. Darwish will get the job done and he'll win it by about 5 in the end. More Illusions runs great to be second ahead of Mr. Morningstar third. Wizard Jack's going to hold on for 4th, but Loose Note running home, 1:12-2.
Number 8, Darwish, really had no anxious moments in today's 6th race. If you singled him in today's Rainbow Six, you were confident every step of the way. He wins easily under Misael Jaramillo for trainer Gilberto Zerpa and the Soldi stable. Number 7, More Illusions, blew the brake and ran home well to be second ahead of the 6, Mr. Morningstar, who ran third. We move now to the 7th race of the afternoon, the start of today's late pick 5. 1 mile over the main track, claimers in for $6,250. All the money on 6, Hidden to Win, and 7, Luna Lunita.
And they're off. Good start for Luna Lunita, who's heading off for the yearly lead from the inside. That's Hidden to Win, being sent along for position as Flying Girl, but nobody has the speed of Luna Lunita in the opening 1/8 of a mile. Luna Lunita now taking hold as Luis Sanchez tries to back her down a touch over Hidden to Win, who's racing in second. Miss Visconti is into the bit today, moving up to be third. On the far outside, it's Motions first, then Beauty of a Day. At the rail, Mama Cheetah, she's in the vanguard, only 4 lengths off the lead, ahead of Flying Girl. Breakaway is second last, and Diana's Comprised last of all behind an opening quarter and an energetic 23-2. Luna Lunita getting to call her own shots here. She likes to play the game this way with a clear advantage to the half-mile point. Over Hidden to Win second. Back to third as Miss Visconti chirped along and not gaining much ground. Mama Cheetah at the inside with Motions first in the 2-path. Then back to Beauty of a Day ahead of Flying Girl and Breakaway. And the trailer remains Diana's Comprise. They round the far turn now, 3/8 of a mile to go. 46-3 for a strong half mile. Luna Lunita now faces a threat from Hidden to Win on the outside. And the two favorites set to square off for a 5/16 battle for the run as they come to the top of the stretch, a 1/4 of a mile left to run. Luna Lunita asked to kick on to the outside. Hidden to Win is right alongside. 5 back to Breakaway, who's going to try to spoil the party as they run for home. They move now through 3/4 in 1:12-2, and Breakaway starts to get to the leader. Hidden to Win. Luna Lunita did too much too soon. Here's Breakaway and Pedro Monterrey Jr. overhauling Hidden to Win, and she's the winner. Breakaway at 35-1. Well, win it and win it going away. Hidden to Win was second. Up third, Beauty of a Day. Then Diana's comprised.
Hold on to your hats. It's a 35-1 shocker to start today's late pick 5 as number 2 Breakaway takes advantage of a very fast pace being set by the two favorites and runs them down in the stretch run under Pedro Monterrey Jr. for trainer Bernie Campos and the Bursaloo Farm. 6 Hidden to Win was second. 8 Beauty of a Day clunked up to get third. We move now to the 8th race of the afternoon. Maiden claimers at 6 furlongs over the main track. Price tag here was $16,000. Field of 9 signed on. The favorite was number 5, Secret Pleasure.
And they're off. First timer Ever So Wild fires right to the top under Alvaro Doniz and leads a length and a 1/4 early on from Hannah Catherine, who starts to take up the slack second. In between horses, Copan is now third. Lucille Bulla is next from between horses. That's For Love. Up between horses as well as Secret Pleasure. The favorite is situated about 3 lengths off the lead, while in a bit of traffic down inside is True Heiress. Out wide, Tapete Claire. Grand Ventura last of all, as the leader has him stacked and packed behind an opening 1/4 in 23 seconds. That leader at 25-1. Ever So Wild, 3 parts of length. For Love now moves to be second around Copan, who's now third. Juarez starts to get serious on Secret Pleasure. She's running home and in between horses now. That's all for True Heiress. That's all for Copan. Tapete Claire never really involved with a 1/4 of a mile left to go. First time starter Ever So Wild trying to spring the upset. Turns first under Alvaro Doniz on top 2.5. Secret Pleasure is trying to get after a second around For Love third, then Lucille Bull and Tapete Claire. But Ever So Wild keeps going. Ever So Wild now by 3. Secret Pleasure is second, well clear of the others, but the upset is on. Here's a 25-1 bomber to start the late pick 4. Here's Ever So Wild in front. Secret Pleasure was second, very close for third. It goes to Tapete Claire ahead of For Love.
Debut winner today in the 8th race was a big price winner too. Number 2, Ever So Wild comes ready to fire for a barn who gets very much overlooked in that category. Yvonne Belsor and Bruno Schickendans, the winning owner and breeder of this daughter of the Wildcat. Alvaro Doniz sent her right to the top and she went all the way. Number 5, Secret Pleasure had no excuse and had to settle for second ahead of the 9, Tapete Claire, who was a well-beaten third. We move down to the 9th race of the afternoon over the turf at 1 mile. Claimers in for a price tag of $25,000. Scratch the 9, 10, and 11. A field of 8. Favorite was the 8, Queen Jill.
And they're off. Maddie Salsa, one of the first to break the line. She's a great one, and Queen Jill away with speed. Captain Carroll comes out of there 4th. Then from between horses, Unstable in the Morning, moving out the rail, Elizabeth's Vow. Second last along the trail, and Just a Jill settles in at the back of the field. She spots the leader about 5.5 in the run around the first turn. That leader is Maddie Salsa and Tyler Gaffleon. They lead the way by a length. She's a great one with Token Pace Pressure second. Queen Jill is third while 3 wide. Then Captain Carroll at the rail in 4th ahead of Unstable in the Morning in 5th now. It's a length and a half back to along the trail to the outside of Elizabeth's Vow. She's second last, and the trailer remains Just a Jill. No change in the plot through the opening 1/4 in 23-2. The leader is Maddie Salsa. She leads by a length and a 1/4. Queen Jill is now up to second, getting around. She's a great one who's backpedaling third. Now moving into the clear 4th is Captain Carroll. 3 wide, Unstable in the Morning. 2 back to a worked on along the trail. Still trying to get motivated from the back of the field are both Elizabeth's Vow. And at the back of the field, the trailer remains Just a Jill. Around the far turn they go. Maddie Salsa through it all has the lead. She has them on the stretch a bit, but they're starting to get some ground made up as Queen Jill is now second. Captain Carroll, she is a great one. Wide on the course along the trail. Unstable in the Morning is next. Just a Jill tries to weave through traffic from last, and they're at the top of the stretch. Maddie Salsa, the first to wheel home, has the lead. And Queen Jill takes another run at her, and this time she means business. Queen Jill now onto the front. Late run from Elizabeth's Vow, who surfaces from an inside lane. As they come to the wire, it's Queen Jill. Well, what it? Queen Jill wins by a length and a 1/4 in the end. It's close for second between Elizabeth's Vow and Maddie Salsa. She is a great one. Ran 4th.
Number 8, Queen Jill, had a bit of a confrontation inside the final furlong, but she kicked it into another gear when she needed to get the victory under Traki Amisael Jaramillo for trainer Gustavo Delgado and the Grupo 7C Racing Stable. Number 1, Elizabeth's Vow, with a good trip and a good late kick to get second ahead of the 3, Maddie Salsa, who did all the heavy lifting but had to settle for third. Time for a commercial break. Still to come, the Sunday feature race. We're sprinting on the main track right after this.
A passion for horses and a commitment to breed champions is the foundation of Hardacre Farm. Founded by Amy Tarrant, owner, breeder, and trainer, Hardacre Farm, based in Ocala, continues its tradition of success from the Breeders' Cup to Gulfstream Park. Hardacre Farm, from the breeding shed to the racetrack, in pursuit of producing the best.
OBS June, the 2-year-old source. OBS 2-year-old sales grads win at the rate of 2 stakes a week. June sale graduate Stormy Liberal defeated the world's best in the Grade 1 Breeders' Cup Turf Sprint. Another June sale grad, Seeking the Soul, captured the Grade 1 Clark Handicap. The OBS June sale is your final opportunity to acquire a promising 2-year-old with stakes potential. Undertack previews begin June 7th. OBS, we measure success by performance.
Back now for race number 10 on the program. First half of the late daily double, an allowance optional claiming event. Price tag here was $25,000. Field of 7 signed on. Favorite was the 7, Worth Avenue.
And they're off. Great start. From the rail, Sean's Idea was offensive-minded off the start, with True Motion moving to challenge and take over. True Motion lands in front. Sean's Idea will defer and race in second. From the outside, Worth Avenue is 4 wide, in between horses Sweet Parang alongside Super Duper Girl. Then back to First Distinction. She's off the speed today, and the trailer is Lady Freedom. They pass the half-mile point and swing to the far turn. With the advantage, it's True Motion and Relu Gutierrez in front by 3. Here comes the favorite, Worth Avenue. She's up on the outside for the Bug Boy Ramsey and now moves to be second. Sweet Parang is now third. Sean's Idea retreats with Super Duper Girl getting started. 2 back to First Distinction with Lady Freedom at the back. True Motion has the lead, but she has a big favorite in Worth Avenue moving to challenge. Worth Avenue now at the quarter-mile pole takes the advantage. Sweet Parang tries to hang tough. Super Duper Girl wants to launch an attack through a 46 and 3 opening half mile. They're at the top of the stretch. Worth Avenue comes away with the lead. First Distinction closing ground in the center of the race course. Super Duper Girl is third, 16th to go. Worth Avenue has the lead. First Distinction running a huge race on the outside. Here's First Distinction at Worth Avenue. It's going to get close. It's a photo finish, but I think Worth Avenue's on the right end of that. Ahead of First Distinction, second, then Super Duper Girl, and 112 and 2. And runners away. Clean beginning. From between horses, Perspective Moment wins the break. Moving up between is Spirited Tail up on the outside. That's United Song, offensive-minded. Also punching between horses, Perspective Moment, and the charge to the first turn. Watch out, Goose. As they run around the first turn, the Goose impeded the progress of Normal Silence, who now takes the lead. Perspective Moment on the outside is second, 3 wide, and United Song. Down at the inside goes Nellie's Cat. 3 wide, My Sweet Lorraine. Then from between horses, Spirited Tail. It's a length back to Grantastic News, who's 2 better than the team of Mama Tries and Glorious Freedom. Out wide on the course is Montauk Miss. Then it's a length and a half back to Subtle Grace. Subtle Grace is at the back of the field as they head to the final half mile. Normal Silence and United Song continue in lockstep. 3 wide out there, My Sweet Lorraine is third. Moving out the rail and trying to secure racing room is Nellie's Cat. She's only 2 lengths off the lead. Perspective Moment is fourth and ready to go. Spirited Tail is next. Here's the favorite, Grantastic News, working into the clear nicely. Grantastic News now muscles into the clear while 3 wide, sending Spirited Tail 4 wide. As taking the lead, it was My Sweet Lorraine. Off the turn, they're in the stretch drive. My Sweet Lorraine gets first run, kicks away 2.5. On the outside, Perspective Moment is loose and charging hard. In between horses, Normal Silence, and here's a late run from last. Subtle Grace is coming on as they come to deep stretch. It's Perspective effective moment with the lead. Subtle Grace on the outside. Subtle Grace is in time. Subtle Grace and Francisco Masonette for the money and 130 flat.
And that's it. Another Sunday, another week, another Mother's Day in the books here at Gulfstream Park. We are dark. Don't forget the next 3 days, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Back at it this coming Thursday with a first race post at 1:15 p.m. Preakness week is up next, just 6 days out from the second jewel of the Triple Crown. Good stuff there. Happy handicapping. We'll see you Thursday from beautiful Gulfstream Park. Good night, everybody.
Hit the hay. I've been working all day. Hit the hay. Hit the hay. What do you say? Hit the hay. Hit the hay. Hit the hay. Hit the hay. Well, I'm tired. Let me tell you, Jack, I'm so tired.